Hello everybody, welcome, and today I would like to show you how to create a painting base with washes of color. For my acrylic paintings, I always start with a wash color base. The reason for that is because when you start on a blank canvas, it could be intimidating. And also, blank canvas doesn't have any depth to it. And when you add in color and with intentional strokes, it can help you see your composition much easier. And when I mean by intentional strokes, I mean by paying attention to your concept that you've created for your painting and making sure that your color wash is in relation to that. So for the beginning of this piece, it was a commission, and I chose to start off with the main light source, which was the sun. And in order to get a nice wash, as you can see here, I watered down the paint a lot, and then I slowly build upon it like that, so that I'm not using a lot of paint and it's just a gentle wash to create the base background for the piece. This gives you a really fun opportunity to create layers of depth when you do light washes of paint in the background, because eventually when you start to build more color upon it, you can already see a level of depth in it that you don't need to work to get. It just naturally happens when you start to apply paint lightly and in the direction that you want your eye to focus in. I would also recommend, if you are painting a large piece like me, to get a larger paintbrush so that your strokes aren't so small and you feel like you're working a million times harder just to get the composition created. For me, this is all that I had available for me at the time. This was the biggest brush I had, so I made the best with it. And it ended up creating more texture in my piece and helping me create those water washes that are dripping and just show more depth with the clouds that I was creating. Once your wash is dried and you're ready to put your sketch on the page, I would recommend using chalk, because chalk is water soluble and it will blend in with the paint as you begin to create your composition. When I first started this piece, I eyeballed it, and it ended up taking me too long to eyeball it and it was inaccurate. I would recommend this if you want to go ahead and be free-flowing with your work. But in the end, I ended up grabbing a projector and projecting my concept directly onto the canvas just to make my life easier, and so that it was accurate to the wash that I created and accurate to the lines that I wanted to create. Because I spent the time creating the concept to this exact canvas, so I didn't want to waste time trying to refit it when I've already done that work. Now this is the fun part. This is where the painting begins. Once the chalk is on and you're ready to begin creating your characters, as you can see here, the chalk starts to dissolve as I start to layer more light washes of the piece onto the painting. I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments. And next time, we'll talk about color and value and how washes helps with that process. Thanks for coming.